You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, B&B fans. It is time for our weekly Bold and Beautiful Prediction Edition. I've got 5 hot predictions for front burner storylines. And as always, these are based on official B&B spoilers. I will also share the spoilers so you know where I'm getting these from. I look forward to your comments and your thoughts. Agree, disagree. I love talking soaps with you guys. If you haven't, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Now let's jump right in. My first prediction, I think we're about to have Sin versus Thope. Yes, Steffy and Finn versus Thomas and Hope, because word of Thomas proposing to Hope spreads. Even though she hasn't said yes, even though they really haven't talked to anybody about it, word is spreading. Nonetheless, Steffy and Finn, neither one like it. You know, Finn, though, isn't going to like it because he wants to protect Hope. Meanwhile, Steffy doesn't like it because she wants to protect Thomas. So even though they're on the same side of this, you know, this versus that situation, I just think we may see some more cracks in Sin relationship just because they're not opposing the proposal or the engagement for the same reason. So the official spoilers for this: on Monday, Ridge figures out that Thomas proposed to Hope. I don't know if he picks up on that from Thomas or if Hope is letting that ring hang out. You know, she's been touching it constantly, letting it drop out of her top. So we'll see. And Steffy finds out on Thursday. And then later in the week, there's a whole bunch of Steffy and Finn versus Thope action happening. All right, prediction number 2. I think RJ and Luna might run a DNA test on her and her possible daddy, Dollar Bill Spencer. So we saw on Friday, Luna flat out asked Poppy, is Bill Spencer my dad? And her mom's doing that smell the fart, stare off in the distance soap look, you know, where they just look and they don't answer and they just, you know. Anyway, this conversation, according to spoilers, picks up again on Monday with Luna pushing Poppy, tell me if Bill's my dad. I don't think she's going to get an answer that satisfies her because the spoilers for Tuesday says Luna's not sure she can trust her mom because she's keeping too many secrets. So that's why I think RJ and Luna may run a DNA test. You know, it's easy enough. They've got Luna's DNA. All they need to do is get Bill Spencer's DNA. I mean, they could get DNA, I guess, from one of his kids that's roaming around. Wyatt's gone. They could get DNA from Liam, or they could just hang out at Il Giardino and steal a water glass or a beer bottle or something. But I feel like if it was any other soap, they would definitely do a DNA test. They're not so big on DNA tests on B&B. And when they do, they can't always be trusted, but I think that's what's going to happen. It should happen. It needs to happen. All right, our third prediction. Xander is going to be back to stir the pot. He's not done yet. And I think when he finds out that Thomas proposed to Hope, which I predict he's going to find out about it from Finn, I think Xander's going to get all amped up. I think he's going to get Finn all worked up all over again. I think that's going to cause issues with Steffy. She already asked Finn to drop it and he agreed, but this proposal, I think in Finn's mind, changes everything. I think all bets are off. And the word he made to his wife, I don't think is going to matter anymore. This is based on a February sweep spoiler that says Xander is back looking to ruin things for Thomas. So I do think it's going to cause issues because despite Steffy not liking this proposal, she still believes her brother has changed and she doesn't believe what Xander is saying about him, where Finn absolutely believes everything he's heard from a literal stranger. All right, our fourth prediction for Bold, Ridge and Eric, I think, are going to be Team Thope. They're going to be Team Thomas and Hope. And if you remember, Donna Logan wasn't opposed to the Thomas and Hope thing before. Remember, she helped Douglas when he was setting up that romantic dinner for them at the house. She was driving him around, helping him get food. She was helping him matchmake. So I just wonder if Donna is going to stay Team Thomas and Hope also, because Brooke is definitely opposed to it. I don't think she'd like her sister, siding with them. I think she would see it as a big betrayal. So the spoilers related to this again. Monday, Ridge figures out that there was a proposal. And Wednesday, we have Ridge and Brooke disagreeing about it. And then, in a past episode, we already saw Eric specifically gave Thomas and Hope his blessing at his big farewell shindig. And he told them basically, don't let the naysayers get you down. If you love each other, you love each other. So that's what I think is going to happen. We definitely know Ridge is going to be on Team Thomas and Hope, and I think Eric will join him too. And maybe Donna as well. All right, our fifth and final prediction for this B&B prediction edition is Zende Forrester's aggression could get him into trouble at work. Zende is really butthurt about all the advantages that Ridge Jr. is getting. And he's not wrong that RJ is being treated in an entitled manner. Whether RJ himself thinks he's entitled to these things, I don't know. I actually think it's more that Ridge and Brooke think that their son, the anointed one, is entitled to it. I don't think it's RJ having that attitude, but you also don't see RJ turning any of it down. I think Zende is just fed up. Spoilers say on Wednesday, he shows up to the beach house. He is definitely trying to get in the way of RJ and Luna getting intimate. Thursday, there's a nasty fight between the guys and Luna's trying to calm it down. I'm sure, like the rest of us, Zende is stunned to see RJ in this frackin' beach house. The kid's an influencer. He just came back into town. He's not even really a designer. Bill Spencer is a gazillionaire, and that's his beach house. Steffy just lives right up the street. She's a gazillionaire CEO in a beach house. Who the heck is RJ, who's 19, 20, to have a beach house? I think just going to rub Zende the wrong way. I think he's living in a guest room at Eric's place. I am down for this fight, but I also think that at the point that Luna, I don't think RJ would mention it to the powers that be at Forrester Creations, but I could totally see Luna mentioning to Brooke or Ridge that Zende is causing problems and, that he's slinging accusation, things like that. If so, I just can't imagine that Brooke and Ridge would take that lying down. I think, Zende might find himself in hot water. We'll see how it goes. And I'm going to have a special edition of predictions for sweeps. That's going to be out later this week, but definitely watch for that. Watch for the weekly spoilers, the 2-week spoilers, casting news, everything you need to know about your favorite CBS soap opera. Share your comments below. Please click subscribe if you haven't, and definitely come back soon. We're here talking bold 7 days a week. And as always, it's Belynda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.